Should you listen to my filmmaking advice, or am I just full of shit? I want to discuss this with you all today because I have some important things to say about this. I've made a couple similar videos to this where I discuss a random topic in filmmaking and gave my opinion on it. I'm going to call this my film motivation series, where I discuss a specific topic I've been thinking about and I think many of you would find relatable. This channel's taken a weird pivot over the last couple of years. A year ago, I was struggling to make videos or find guests, and now I'm still kind of struggling to make videos, or at least, finding the time to do it. But now I'm also struggling to keep up with the amount of questions that I get in my inbox, interview requests, etc. I probably receive a handful of questions every week on top of maybe 1 to 3 interview requests, which may not seem like a lot, but a year ago I was getting 0. I mentioned in a previous video that I was looking to reach out to more filmmakers, but I haven't been able to do that because all of you have been filling up my inbox. I'm not complaining. It's obviously a good problem to have, but honestly, I never thought I'd be in this place. I've been getting a lot of requests for bigger guests too that I just never would have imagined talking to. It's a strange place to be, and it's definitely given me a lot of imposter syndrome. Something that I've always been kind of self-conscious about is if I should really be giving information to people on the internet about things that I discuss on this channel. Full disclosure, I only have one feature film that I've made and put out into the world, whereas other filmmakers in the space may have 10, 20, or more feature films and distributed them. That leaves me to constantly ask myself if I'm even qualified to do what I'm doing here. And I think the answer to this question is the same answer I've given in the past, and it'll probably always be that way. I should not be the only place you're getting information about independent filmmaking, distribution, etc. I just hope to be a pit stop with as reliable of information as I can provide. I could very well be wrong about some of the things that I discuss or the opinions that I have, which is why I think it's important that you have a few other sources that you can fall back on. I did the same thing even before I started this channel. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and read a lot of books. I started watching Film Riot and Indie Mogul in high school and college, and then I found other filmmakers like Darius Pritt later on, and then Alex Ferrari and Film Courage when I was distributing Cashing Out, and then eventually Jay Horton after I put out Cashing Out, and I'm continuously finding new filmmakers with channels or material to this day. One of my favorite parts about this channel is being able to interview other filmmakers and learn from their experience so I can share it on this channel. I'm constantly able to learn something new, which I plan to use selfishly. I am a student of film and constantly doing things to improve my process, knowledge, etc. about filmmaking. And to be honest, it kind of disappoints me that I haven't made anything in almost 5 years now. My last project was a proof of concept that I was hoping would be my next feature, but I was met with a lot of issues during the pre-production process. I know what you're thinking. Boo-hoo me, right? I'm your stereotypical artist who's always doubting himself. Yes, but hang on. Let me tell you why I think you should listen to me at times. I literally cannot remember a time that I didn't want to be a filmmaker. Like, my love for movies came from when I was in the single digits. I was always fascinated by the process, and I've always made it a mission to learn as much as I could about filmmaking. And that's never stopped since then. I've just become utterly obsessed to the point where I have little to no interest in other typical hobbies. What do I want to do in my off time? Watch movies, make YouTube videos about making movies, and then try to get my next project going at all times. It's just who I am at this point in my life. So it should comfort you that I'm obsessed with figuring everything out about the craft of filmmaking. Sure, there are way more people who are qualified than me to speak about the subject, but I honestly don't care. I love this industry enough to fight my way through to where I am now. Could I tell you any of the walkie-talkie codes used on a film set? No. Do I know what a gaffer does? Not really. Do I know how to operate a red camera? Hell no. Am I a psychopath who will put himself in situations and just figure it the frick out? Yeah, because honestly, that's all I've done up until this point. I know what filmmakers want because I am that curious filmmaker. I really think that comes through with the interviews and the questions that I ask. The one thing that I get complimented on a weekly basis is my candidness and the questions I ask filmmakers. I guess this is my roundabout way of saying that you don't really need to be the best filmmaker or know everything there is to know about filmmaking. It's funny because when I meet people for the first time, they'll say things like, oh, I can't believe that I get the chance to talk with you. And it's strange because at the end of the day, I'm just a random person. I am a small filmmaker just like you, trying to figure it all out. I don't think there's really anything special about me other than I'm willing to put in the work and ask a lot of questions. So there's my piece of film motivation for today. It's okay to just figure things out and not know about everything that's going on. I'm still trying to figure this out personally. This isn't my job. I still have a full-time job. I have a baby on the way. And, I just have regular life stuff going on as well. So just take things one step at a time, learn what you can, and have fun doing it, because what's the point if you're not? Do you get imposter syndrome or relate to anything that I've mentioned in any way? Let me know down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this one. If you want to help support me, my feature film Cashing Out is linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.